Hello and good morning to everyone. I hope you all are safe and sound at home. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is chapter 8, electricity. As we know, electricity plays a very important and vital role in our life. Without electricity, we cannot survive on the earth because every equipment that we use in our daily life runs on electricity. So, what is common between a bolt of lightning and glowing bulb? Yes, it is electricity. Lightning is a spark of electricity in the air, whereas a bulb uses electricity to glow. Many appliances that we use in our daily life, such as our household appliances like grinders, coolers, ovens, etc., office equipments like printers and computers, and industrial equipments like drilling machine, extractor, etc., uses electricity. The word electricity comes from the Greek word electrons, meaning amber. Amber is a solidified tree resin presently used in jewelry. You must have observed a comb rubbed with a cloth or run through dry hair becomes negatively charged and attracts pieces of paper. Here, charges are transferred from one body to another and remains at rest on the surface of the body. So this is called static electricity. In 1600, an English scientist, William Gilbert, pointed out that this electric effect is a general property of matter. Materials such as gems, glass, and sealing wax could also be charged. Now let us move to another topic, that is household consumption of energy. So before explaining this topic, I want to explain you generation and distribution of electricity. As you see the diagram, over here is a power station where a boiler is there in which a water is being boiled. As the water boils, it forms a vapor. That vapor helps the turbine, which is attached to a boiler, that helps the turbine to rotate. As the turbine rotates, it produces a kinetic energy or a mechanical energy. So that mechanical or kinetic energy is being converted into electrical energy with the help of a AC generator. So over here, if we are creating 11 kilovolt or 11,000 volt of energy, then that energy is being shifted to grid substation. So as it is being shifted to grid substation, what happens with the help of a step up transformer, that 11 kilovolt of energy is being switched to 132 kilovolt. Now, what is the use of a step-up transformer? It helps to increase potential and decrease current. So as 11 kilovolt is switched to 132 kilovolt by a step-up transformer, now the question arises why we have increased the voltage. As we know, or as we see, that energy is very high. So there are two ways to take energy. Either we take it at high voltage or we take it at high current. So let us see with the help of an example. As we know that power is equal to V into I. Suppose power is 100. So if we are putting voltage at 100 and current as 1, or we are putting voltage as 1 and current as 100, so what happens when a current flows in a wire? If current will be maximum, suppose if we are giving 1 ampere of current over here and over here we are giving 100 ampere of current, so over here in this wire, if current is 100 ampere, what happens? The wire is going to be heat up. So as the wire is going to heat up, it is going to consume energy, means there will be a loss of energy. So that is why we prefer this method. We use this method because when a current flows in a wire, it produces heat because of collision of electrons. So more the current, more will be the heat in a wire and more the loss of energy. So that is why we are using this method. where the voltage is high and current is less. As we convert this 132 kilovolt of current, 11 kilovolt of current to 130 kilovolt, we shift to a main substation where again this 132 kilovolt of current is being converted to 33 kilovolt with the help of a step down transformer. Now as we reaches this main substation, what happens? Some of the energy, that is 30 kilovolt, is being given to heavy industries. Now the rest of the 33 kilovolt of voltage is being shifted to intermediate substation where again that 33 kilovolt of current is being switched to 11 kilovolt because we don't need high potential at house. Just because of this we shift this 33 kilovolt to 11 kilovolt. Now as we move, what happens? This 11 kilovolt over here, when it reaches intermediate substation, some of the energy is being given to light industries and the rest of the 11 kilovolt is shifted to city substation where again this 11 kilovolt is switched to 220 volt with the help of a step down transformer, because in houses 220 volt of current is supplied and the electrical equipments operate on 220 volt. I hope this much is clear to everyone. So as it reaches a city substation, from there 3 wires have been attached to the pole of the colony. So from that pole we are going to get an electricity where 3 wires are there, that is live wire of 220 volt, neutral wire of 0 volt and earth wire of 0 volt. So the electricity supply in our homes have 3 wires. They are called live, neutral and earth wires. The color of the live wire is brown. The neutral wire is light blue in color and the color of earth wire is green with yellow strips. Each core cable is a copper wire capable of withstanding about 15 amperes of current. The company supplies electric power through overhead or underground cables to the meter box, and the supply cable consists of live, neutral and earth wire. So let us see the uses of live wire, neutral wire and earth wire. What is live wire? It consists of 220 volt of current. The live wire is connected directly to the generators of the power station. It carries current to appliances at a high voltage. One should never touch this brown wire because it carries 220 to 240 volt and therefore can be fatal. Let us move to neutral wire. The neutral wire returns the electricity to the generator of the power station after it has passed through an electrical device to complete the circuit. The neutral wire is 0 volts, but you must never touch this wire. Now let us move to the earth wire, the third wire. The earth wire or the ground wire usually carries no electricity and is a safety wire. It safeguards people from getting electrocuted when there is an electric current leakage. This happens when the insulation of the live wire gets faulty and electric current flows through the metallic housing of an electric device. So over here in this diagram you can see live wire has 220 volt of current, neutral wire has 0 volt and earth wire is 0 volt. So as it reaches the colony, it is being attached to a pole where a fuse is being attached. So after the fuse it reaches our houses, that is outside our house there is a kilowatt meter. So there is a live wire, neutral as well as earthing wire. So as it reaches the meter of our house, so there is a box that is called ELCB which is inside our house, which helps to electrocute all the signals. That means if there is any fault in any of the wire, so this main switch is going to trip down. So that is called earth leakage current breaker. After this there is a connection between after this there is a connection between our houses. So the current is being distributed in each room through live wire, neutral wire and earth wire. So in every room there is a point of MCB. There is a point that is called MCB, miniature circuit breaker. If any mishappening happens in any room, so this MCB is going to trip down. I hope everything is clear to everyone. Next time when we are going to meet, we are going to start with another topic.